Hey there, what if I told you that everything you know about skyscrapers is about to become history? For decades, we've been obsessed with building higher and higher, stacking floors to touch the sky. But, what if the future isn't about going up, but about going big, like unbelievably, mind-blowingly big? Forget everything you know about tall buildings, because what's coming next will completely change the game. We're talking about a structure so massive it could swallow 20 Empire State Buildings whole. Yes, you heard me right, 20. And honestly, this isn't a sci-fi movie. This is happening right now in Saudi Arabia. They looked at the Burj Khalifa, the tallest building in the world, and basically said, that's cute. They are building a colossal cube called the Mukaab. And it's not just a building, it's a statement. It's designed to be the largest, most insane structure on the entire planet. This cube is going to be the new icon, a landmark so ambitious, it makes everything else look like a Lego set. We're going to dive deep into this unbelievable project. We'll look at how it dwarfs the current champion, the Burj Khalifa, explore the futuristic city being built around it, and I'll even show you the insane construction progress that's already happening. Is this the craziest architectural project ever attempted? Let's find out. Stick around, because you are not going to want to miss this. This is the future of cities, happening right before our eyes. Okay, so before we get into the crazy cube, let's talk about the current king of the sky, the Burj Khalifa. This thing is an absolute monster. Standing in Dubai, it towers over everything at a staggering 828 meters, or 2,717 feet tall. To put that in perspective, that's like stacking 3 Eiffel Towers on top of each other. It's been the world's tallest building since it opened in 2010, and honestly, it's become the symbol of Dubai's insane ambition. You see it, and you immediately think of luxury, innovation, and pushing the limits of what's possible. The design itself is pretty cool. It's inspired by the Himinocalis flower, a desert plant. You can see how the structure spirals up, getting narrower as it reaches for the clouds. This wasn't just for looks. It was a clever engineering trick to help it withstand the strong desert winds. Building this thing was a monumental challenge. It took over 6 years, 12,000 workers, and cost about $1.5 billion. It holds a bunch of records, like the highest occupied floor, the tallest service elevator, and the observation deck with the most vertigo-inducing view on Earth. For over a decade, the Burj Khalifa has been the undisputed champion. It's the benchmark that every new ambitious project is measured against. It's a testament to human engineering and a symbol of national pride for the UAE. It showed the world that the Middle East was a major player in global innovation and architecture. But, as we all know, records are made to be broken, and every king's reign eventually comes to an end. A new challenger is entering the ring, and it's not just trying to be taller, it's playing a completely different game. So, while Dubai has the tallest building, Saudi Arabia is thinking on a completely different scale. They're not just building one tower, they're building an entire, brand new city center from the ground up in their capital, Riyadh. This project is called New Murabba. In early 2023, the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia, Mohammed bin Salman, announced this mega project, and the world's architects and engineers collectively lost their minds. This isn't just another development, it's planned to be the largest modern downtown in the entire world. We're talking 19 square kilometers of city. Think about that for a second. That's big enough to hold museums, universities, theaters, residential areas, hotels, and retail stores, all seamlessly connected. The goal is to create a vibrant, walkable city core that completely transforms Riyadh. They're planning for this new district to accommodate hundreds of thousands of residents. This is all part of Saudi Arabia's Vision 2030 plan, which is their strategy to diversify their economy away from oil and become a global hub for culture, business, and tourism. It's their way of showing the world they're serious about the future. This project is so massive it's hard to wrap your head around. They're not just adding a few buildings, they're creating a new heart for a major global capital. The project promises to have its own internal transport system, sustainable green spaces, and walking and cycling paths to promote a healthy lifestyle. It's a vision of a futuristic urban environment designed from scratch with the latest technology and ideas. And at the very center of this enormous new city will be its crown jewel, the one building that will define it all. And here it is, the main event, the absolute centerpiece of the entire new Mukaab project, the Mukaab. This is what you came to see. It's a gigantic cube, and when I say gigantic, I mean it. It's going to be 400 meters tall, 400 meters wide, and 400 meters long. That's 1,312 feet in every direction. It's a perfect cube of unbelievable proportions. To give you some scale, it's so large that it could easily fit 20 Empire State Buildings inside it. Just picture that. 20 of one of the world's most iconic skyscrapers just rattling around inside this single structure. This cube is designed to be the defining landmark, not just for Riyadh, but for the entire world. It's a symbol of a new era of architecture. While the Burj Khalifa reached for the sky, the Mukaab creates its own world within its walls. The sheer volume of this thing is what's truly insane. It will be one of the largest built structures on Earth, enclosing a space of over 25 million square meters of floor area. It's more than just a building. It's an enclosed city district, a vertical city housed within a single monumental cube. The goal here is to create an experience unlike anything else. It's meant to be a completely immersive destination. Inside this cube, they are planning a world of entertainment, dining, and retail. It will feature a massive, spiraling tower at its center, which will be surrounded by a completely digital and virtual reality world projected onto the interior walls. Imagine standing inside and being transported to Mars, or a magical forest, or the depths of the ocean. That's the kind of transformative experience they are aiming for. It's not just a building, it's a gateway to another reality. So you're probably thinking, this is all cool concept art, but is it actually real? Oh, it's real. They are already moving mountains of dirt to make this happen. The project broke ground in 2023, and the scale of the initial work is just staggering. To prepare the site, they had to excavate millions of cubic meters of earth. We're talking about a hole in the ground so big you could lose a small town in it. The latest reports say they've already dug up over 4 million cubic meters of material. That's enough dirt to fill over 1,600 Olympic-sized swimming pools. To move that much earth, you need some serious firepower. They have a massive fleet of construction equipment working around the clock. We're talking hundreds of excavators, dump trucks, and cranes crawling all over the site. It looks like an army of giant robot ants building their nest. The logistics alone are a nightmare. Managing this many machines, workers, and materials on a single site is one of the biggest construction challenges in modern history. The foundations for a building this big have to be incredibly deep and strong, going deep into the bedrock. Right now, the focus is on excavation and laying the groundwork. This is the unglamorous but absolutely critical phase of the project. If the foundation isn't perfect, the entire structure is at risk. They're using the latest GPS and surveying technology to make sure every single measurement is precise down to the millimeter. This is a project of such scale and complexity that it's pushing the boundaries of construction technology. What you're seeing on the ground right now is the birth of a new global icon, one shovelful of dirt at a time. What I think is one of the coolest parts of this project is the design. On the outside, the Mukaab's shape and the overlapping triangular patterns on its facade are inspired by the traditional Najdi architectural style, which is native to this region of Saudi Arabia. It's a nod to the country's history and culture. So from the outside, it looks like this timeless, powerful fortress rising from the desert. It connects the hyper-futuristic project to its own heritage, which is a really smart and respectful design choice. It's not just some random glass box, but then you step inside and you're thrown into the 22nd century. The interior is where the magic really happens. The plan is to create the world's first truly immersive experiential destination. The walls of the cube will be a gigantic, seamless digital screen. This will use advanced holographic technology to create new, ever-changing worlds. One day you could be shopping in a district that looks like a city on another planet. And the next, you could be dining in a restaurant at the bottom of a virtual ocean. The possibilities are literally endless. This dual identity is what makes the Mukaab so unique. It's a bridge between the past and the future. The new Murabba district surrounding the cube is designed to carry this theme, with winding traditional-style alleyways opening up into vast modern plazas. The vision is for a place where you can live, work, and play, with 80 entertainment and culture venues, hotels, and residential units, all within this one-of-a-kind ecosystem. It's an attempt to build not just a structure, but a new way of life, blending cultural roots with a bold technological future. So, when can we actually experience this insane cube? The timeline is just as ambitious as the project itself. Phase 1 of the new Murabba project, including the Mukaab, is set to be completed by 2030. This date is no accident. It's timed to coincide with Riyadh hosting the World Expo 2030, a massive global event. They plan to unveil this new city center and its unbelievable centerpiece to the entire world. Talk about making an entrance. It's a deadline that puts immense pressure on the project, but it also shows how committed they are to making this vision a reality. The Mukaab is more than just the next tallest or biggest building. It represents a fundamental shift in how we think about architecture and urban living. It's moving beyond the race for height and into a new dimension of creating immersive, self-contained worlds. This project will redefine the skyline of Riyadh and set a new benchmark for mega projects globally. If they pull this off, architects and city planners around the world will be studying it for decades to come, asking how they can create similar experiences in their own cities. This is a turning point. We are witnessing the end of the traditional skyscraper era and the beginning of something entirely new. The Mukaab is a declaration of intent, a vision of the future that is bold, audacious, and a little bit crazy. And that's why we love it. What do you guys think? Is this the future, or is it too much? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this look at the world's most insane construction project, make sure you subscribe because we're always on the hunt for the biggest and best things on the planet.